At the end of the day, do you want to come out this pandemic saying, I'm a winner or I'm a whiner? Because time is ticking. So boss up. Hey, my lovely boss, this is Ari with the Boss Accent TV, and today we're going to be talking about taking advantage of this pandemic season for your personal development. Specifically, the Summer Survival Guide, how to prepare in your off season so that you can win in your boss season, okay? AKA boss season, meaning after this pandemic. I think specifically this pandemic really separates the winners from the whiners, right? Because we all have time. It's just a matter of who uses it in what way. I always tell myself that success is planned, luck isn't. So be ready so you don't have to get ready when it comes to your boss season. So with that being said, I got 6 things I want to share with y'all today that needs to go in your summer survival guide so you can survive this pandemic and rebirth greatness. Okay? Grateful, grateful, grateful. So the first thing that needs to go in your summer survival guide is review and reflect on your whole year. Look back over your year, or specifically your school season, and really reflect on what happened and the goods, the bads, the positives, the negatives, and really reflect on that. I always tell myself that you can't move forward until you really see where you're at now. So really take advantage of looking at where you were, and if you didn't like something, change it. And if something was working for your favor, keep on implementing it. But it is so important to actually look back and reflect. All right. Within this year, just really take a look at the accomplishments that you have done and really congratulate yourself. Even if you felt like, man, this year I really could have done better. Once you review and you reflect, the next step is declutter. Declutter your life. And what I mean by declutter your life is really accept whatever happened in your review of your year and let it go. Let it go. No more of worrying about, man, I should have did this or I could have did that. Like, no, it's in the past. The only thing you can do is move forward. And sometimes I'm very hard on myself because I know what I can accomplish and what I'm capable of. But you have to remember that in order to move forward, you have to let go of that grudge of that situation of the past. So by decluttering your life, you need to act accordingly, all right? If you said, man, I really sat on my butt all day, like I really didn't do as much as I needed to, then you may have to consider who's in your circle. What is occupying your time so much that you can't get what you need done? You know, actually think to yourself, what is one thing that if you let it go right now, your life will be better? All right. And if you can already in a heartbeat say that one thing, then you might need to declutter that thing out just for the time being, because you know what you want to accomplish within this off season. Decluttering your life is basically like spring cleaning, okay? Nobody likes doing it, but after it's done, you feel fresh and you feel relieved. So whatever you need to cut out your life, do that, because it is going to help you, I promise. And that leads me to point number 3. Find your ideal environment. This is very important. I know me specifically, it was kind of hard for me to complete assignments and do work and still stay focused on school while I was at home, okay? I have dogs, you know what I'm saying? I got a mother, you know, I got all these things. And then I got my bed too, so I really want to go to sleep. And then I'm viewing into class while I'm laying down. Like, it just wasn't the right environment for me to operate how I needed to operate. So you have to ask yourself, what is the environment that I operate the best in? And be real with yourself. If that means that, okay, this environment, I need to have my own room. I need there to be peace and quiet. You know, I need to play my, Megan Thee Stallion to get in my bag or anything of that nature. Define your ideal environment, whatever it is, and make that shake. Make it come to life. Because it's hard operating in an environment that is not good for you or that you can't reach your full potential in. For example, if you place a seed within rocks, it is not going to grow. It's not. Why? Because it's not the right environment for that plant to blossom. Okay, so you are a plant and you need to blossom, but you need to put yourself in the right environment first. All right, find your ideal environment and create that for yourself. That brings me to point 4. Set your goals and do them. And I mean it. Just do them and have a vision behind it. And it takes certain steps for a vision to come to life. So a vision is, what do you want? When do you want to do it? and what do you need to do to get there, all right? And when you're setting goals, set it in those different segments so you can make sure that your vision is complete. You have completed your vision and everything that you wanted to do. It's so important too that when you're setting these goals and doing them, that you really understand your why behind it. But come on now, you have to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself, honey, because that is what's going to, make the win in the end, okay? That's how you're going to win in your boss season. I always say that if you can't even hold yourself accountable, don't expect to hold somebody else accountable. And that's real talk. Make sure that you are on your P's and Q's and holding yourself accountable while being productive. You hear it all the time. People say time is money. And so I budget that. And what I did during the semester frequently was I set a time budget for myself. Every hour of every day, I pinpointed and I knew exactly what I was going to do. And I made that on Sunday for the whole week so that I could be able to be productive in whatever I was doing, whatever I was trying to achieve. That means at 1 p.m., if I told myself I'm going to use this hour to study, then I'm going to use this hour to study. And I'm going to discipline myself within that, because you'll start to realize how much unproductive you were in the past. It is so easy to get caught up into, man, me just scrolling on Instagram real quick won't hurt. But I'm telling you, time flies. And if you aren't disciplined in this season, then somebody is going to say, I'm going to be disciplined, and they are going after what you want to do. They are coming for it. So you need to make sure that you are prepared and that nobody is going to take nothing from you, okay? But you have to discipline yourself. So during this season, make sure you are taking advantage of it when it comes to your personal development by disciplining yourself. And number six, make sure you come out this pandemic having another skill or habit. It is so important. I mean, the other day, I literally told myself that I was going to learn how to skate like a smooth criminal, and I ordered skates, and I'm going to learn how to skate like a smooth criminal. I mean, I'm going to get there. But that's just personally. But coming out of this pandemic, you should have a new skill, okay? All of us had the same break, but it's about who utilized it to their advantage. You better come out this pandemic with something change, a change mindset, a change habit, a change something. All right? It's not enough to just sit on your butt. I'm telling you, life is a growing process, all right? If you're not growing, you're staying the same. You want to make sure that every year you have a new year and not just a next year when it comes to yourself and your personal development. It takes 30 days to develop a habit. 30. Commit to yourself with that 30. Commit to yourself with that 30 because you deserve it. All right. And whether that be learning a new skill, learning new software, adding a resume to your list, I don't know, anything that you've been holding on in the dark and saying, I ain't got time for, do that. I know some of y'all probably asking, like, how do I make a new habit? Like, making a habit is hard. No, don't make it harder than what it is. One thing that I do is by forming a new habit, I incorporate it into an existing habit. So that means if I want to make a habit of learning about some aspect of business every day, then while I'm eating, I could be playing a business podcast. Incorporate into another habit, and I promise you, will make it so much easier for your journey.
Oh my God, come on in my school year, like, oh my God, what do I do now? What in the world? Like, I'ma still be sitting here sad.
No, you better boss up. So there it is. That is what needs to be in your summer survival guide so you can survive this pandemic and come out like a boss that you are. All right. Make sure you review and reflect. Declutter your life. Define your ideal environment. Set goals and do them. Discipline yourself and add a new skill or habit. I promise you, you will come out this pandemic winning. I really just wanted to come on here today to just really give encouragement and let you know that life is going on. You know what I'm saying? This pandemic is happening, but you have the power to decide the outcome of it. At the end of the day, do you want to come out this pandemic saying, I'm a winner or I'm a whiner? Because time is ticking. So bossy. Once you develop these habits in your off season, man, you're going to take off running in your boss season, all right? Because you're going to already be used to this. You're going to already be used to this. So as Future says, beat the odds, do numbers, and remain humble during this pandemic season, and make sure that you got this Summer Survival Guide on lock, all right? As always, this is the Boss Accent TV, and remember, don't let up, boss up. I'll see y'all in the next episode that y'all don't want to miss. Y'all don't want to